The Newsday continues here in One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. Former Negros Oriental Governor Pride Henry Teves is facing charges for possession of illegal firearms and explosives. This is in connection with the seizure of firearms, ammunition, and explosives during a raid at a sugar mill in Negros Oriental. The property is operated by HDJ Bayawan Agri Ventures Corporation, in which Teves is reportedly the president. 3 people were arrested and subjected to inquest proceedings, while Teves will undergo preliminary investigation. Although Teves was not present during the raid, he was charged as a subject of the warrant. His elder brother, suspended Congressman Arnie Teves, is facing similar charges after firearms were found in his properties. 3 suspects are accusing the PNP CIDG of pressuring them to identify the Teveses as the ones who ordered to bury the seized firearms and explosives in one of their properties. Marlene Alcaide with the story.
The 3 suspects arrested in the sugar mill owned by former Negros Oriental Governor Pride Henry Teves remain under the custody of the PNP-CIDG. They were arrested at the former governor's compound, where several firearms, explosives, and a huge amount of money were seized during a search. Their lawyers say the 3 are complaining that the PNP-CIDG has been pressuring them to tag the former governor and his brother, Congressman Arnie Teves, as the ones who ordered to bury the firearms in their property.
Kasi sinasabi nila from day one that they were arrested, there was already pressure being exerted against them. Hindi dinetalye sa akin, pero kahapon lang nang pinuntahan ko sila, 4 na beses na daw silang kinausap. Only for that day, pinapaamin po daw sila.
Attorney Michael Melia says the suspects were told by the police that if they won't cooperate, they could face several cases.
Pressure to file several malicious cases against them.
With this development, Melia says the families of the suspects will file a complaint with the Commission on Human Rights. Meanwhile, Congressman Teves' lawyer, Attorney Ferdinand Topacio, is appealing to Interior Secretary Benher Abalos to investigate this matter.
Please, I do not believe at this point na meron po kayong kinalaman dito sa panggigipit na ito. So under nyo po ang mga kapulisan. Pakitignan po itong ginagawang ito. Please lang.
Ganito yan kumisang kasi, lahat ng gagawin mo, uunahan ka na eh. Lahat, kanya sabihin, panggigipit. Lahat ng gagawin ko, panggigipit na. Hindi pa nangyayari. Kamukha nung araw, sinasabi niya, paplantahan siya. Pare, pagkatapos ng patayan at tsaka lamang nahuli lahat, hindi ba?
For News 5, Marlene Alcaide, we are One News.
Former Negros Oriental Governor Pride Teves confirmed that his license to own and possess firearms has been revoked. Teves says he was surprised by this move by the CIDG, as he was not given prior notice. With this, Pride Teves says he will immediately surrender his personal firearms to the Bayaran police within the day. This as he is convinced that the CIDG will use the revocation of his license to raid his home and accuse him of possessing loose firearms. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. The Philippine Coast Guard has spotted several foreign flagged vessels near the Calayan Island group in Palawan. The PCG said they have seen at least 20 Chinese and Vietnamese vessels around Sabina Shoal. They encountered 2 Chinese vessels, prompting them to issue radio challenges, but no response was received. The PCG then deployed rigid hull inflatable boats to disperse the foreign vessels in and around the shoal. Other Chinese vessels were spotted off Pag-asa Island and around Ayungin Shoal near Palawan. The Parañaque Integrated Terminal Exchange, or PTEX, is expecting some 1.2 million passengers for the Holy Week break. The Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board says it is on standby in case additional units need to be deployed for the influx of passengers. This as authorities inspected Transportation Department found that trips to Bicol are already fully booked. Authorities also say they are preparing to conduct random drug testing for drivers and conductors who will be working the Holy Week.
No, yung Bicol routes natin, yan yung mga unang napupuno. No? Hindi lamang sa kadahilan ng mas marami talaga mga taga Bicol na nandito sa Metro Manila, kundi nagiging jumping point to other provinces like Samar and Leyte. Pero mayroon naman tayong ugnayan no, sa DOTR at sa LTFRB, and ang usapan natin dito kung kakailanganin ng additional buses, madali naman tayo magpatawag, and then magtatalaga sila ng mga kawani dito upang makapag-issue ng special permits kaagad-agad kung kinakailangan.
The Metropolitan Waterworks and Sewerage System assured the public that there is enough water supply from the Angat Dam to last until December. This as water concessionaire Maynilad begun implementing daily rotational water interruptions. The MWSS explains that while it is supplying enough water to Maynilad, the service interruption stems from an issue within the concessionaire's distribution. For this reason, the MWSS has met with Maynilad and Manila Water to address the ongoing rotational water interruption.
Yun ma'am yung request po nung dalawang konsesyonaryo, MWSS to write NWRB para ma-evaluate din po ng NWRB kung yung existing elevation ng Angat ngayon is aabot po dun sa operational level ng Angat hanggang sa katapusan ng taon. Inaasahan natin pag madadagdagan po yung supply na ibibigay natin sa Maynilad sa pamamagitan po ng pag-aproba ng National Water Resources Board ng additional allocation po.
Senator Sherwin Gatchalian wants schools to revert to a June to March academic calendar. Gatchalian, who chairs the Senate Committee on Basic Education, said this would allow students to take a break during the scorching summer months. The proposal comes amid reports of extreme heat exhaustion among students, prompting some schools to suspend in-person classes.
2 reasons. Number 1, ang election natin is always summer. No? So people will go out to vote. Kasi pag tag-ulan, people will not go out to vote. And then pangalawa, summer kasi that's the time students can go out, spend with their families, as opposed to tag-ulan.
Education Department spokesperson Michael Poa said they will take note of the suggestion and study the matter.
We're not closed. Tayo po we're taking note talaga po ng mga suggestions na ukol dyan. And we will definitely look into it and study the matter kasi hindi naman po simple yan.
And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us again at 9:45 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Diego Castro. We are One News. All sides, all the time.